Thinking about getting your first motorcycle? Or maybe you just picked one up. Before you hit the road, stop right here because the next few minutes might save you thousands of dollars, or even your life. Riding a motorcycle is one of the most thrilling things you can do, but as a beginner, you're bound to make mistakes. The key is knowing which ones to avoid before they catch up to you. So let's go through 20 of the most common rookie motorcycle mistakes and how you can ride right past them.
1. Starting on a bike. That's too powerful. One of the biggest mistakes new riders make is buying a motorcycle that's way too powerful right out of the gate. A 1000cc sport bike might look like the ultimate dream, sleek, fast, aggressive, but it's also dangerously overkill for someone just starting out. These high-performance machines respond to even the slightest throttle input, and they can go from zero to trouble in the blink of an eye. As a beginner, you're still developing your clutch control, braking technique, and overall balance. Throwing a powerful bike into the mix can turn every ride into a gamble. Instead, start with something smaller, like a 300 to 500cc motorcycle. These bikes are lighter, more forgiving, and still give you enough power to enjoy the ride without constantly feeling overwhelmed. You'll build skills faster, ride more confidently, and most importantly, stay safer. Riding isn't about ego, it's about progress, and starting small is the smartest move you can make. 2. Skipping the safety course. A lot of new riders think they can skip the motorcycle safety course because they've watched a few YouTube videos or had a friend teach them the basics, but that's a risky shortcut. A certified safety course does more than just show you how to ride. It prepares you for real-world traffic situations, emergency maneuvers, and hazard avoidance techniques that can literally save your life. You'll learn things like how to stop quickly without locking up your wheels, how to swerve around unexpected obstacles, and how to handle the bike in different conditions. Plus, many safety courses provide the bike and helmet, so you don't even need your own gear to start. Completing the course often leads to lower insurance premiums, and in some places, it even replaces the DMV riding test. The truth is, there's no substitute for hands-on, expert instruction. If you're serious about riding safely and confidently, take the course. It's one of the best investments you can make. 3rd, not wearing proper gear. New riders often underestimate how important proper gear really is until they hit the pavement. Riding in jeans, a hoodie, and sneakers might feel cool and casual, but they offer almost no protection in the event of a crash or even a minor slide. Unlike driving a car, you're fully exposed on a motorcycle, and the only thing in between you and the road is your gear. Always follow the ATGATT rule. All the gear, all the time. That means a certified helmet, protective gloves, a durable jacket, motorcycle pants or riding jeans with armor, and boots that cover your ankles. Even at low speeds, a fall without protection can result in serious injury. And it's not just about crashes. Your gear also protects you from flying debris, road rash, bugs, sunburn, and sudden weather changes. Good gear doesn't have to break the bank either. There are great budget-friendly options that still offer solid safety. Don't ride unprotected. It's just not worth the risk. 4. Buying the wrong helmet. Your helmet is the most critical piece of safety gear you'll ever wear, and buying the wrong one can be a costly mistake. Many new riders buy based on looks or price instead of focusing on protection and fit. Avoid novelty or uncertified helmets at all costs. Always look for DOT, ECE, or SNELL certifications to ensure the helmet meets safety standards. Fit is just as important. A helmet that's too loose can fly off in a crash, while one that's too tight will cause pressure points and headaches. It should feel snug all around your head, but not painful or suffocating. Also, different brands fit differently, so try before you buy, or carefully measure your head and check size charts. A good helmet might cost a bit more, but your head is worth it. Don't skimp where it matters most. 5. Poor clutch control. Clutch control separates smooth, confident riders from those who stall or jerk forward at every stoplight. Beginners often treat the clutch like a light switch, either fully on or off, which leads to stalling the bike or giving it too much gas and lurching ahead. The secret is learning the friction zone, the area where the clutch just starts to engage the engine. That's your sweet spot. Practice slow-speed takeoffs in a parking lot, gently easing out the clutch while adding just enough throttle to get moving smoothly. Do this over and over until it becomes second nature. Once you master the clutch, you'll feel far more in control at lights, in traffic, and especially on hills. It's a skill that pays off every single ride. 6. Forgetting to cancel. Turn signals. Here's a simple mistake with big consequences. Forgetting to turn off your blinkers. Most motorcycles don't have self-canceling signals like cars. So once you make a turn or lane change, the signal just keeps blinking and blinking and blinking. This can confuse drivers into thinking you're about to turn again, leading to dangerous situations where someone pulls out in front of you. It's one of the most common beginner mistakes, and also one of the easiest to fix. Make it a habit. After every turn or lane change, glance down at your dash and cancel your signal. Some riders even press the signal cancel button out of habit, just to be sure. It takes 2 seconds and it can prevent serious accidents. 7. Using the front brake wrong. Your front brake is your best friend, or your worst enemy, depending on how you use it. Many beginners either avoid using it altogether, or grab it too hard and too suddenly. That panic grab is what causes front wheel lockups and crashes. But when used correctly, the front brake provides up to 70% of your stopping power. The trick is to squeeze, not grab. Apply it smoothly and progressively, especially at higher speeds. Practice in an open area until your braking feels controlled and natural. Learn to combine front and rear brakes for balanced stops. Knowing how to brake properly is one of the most important skills you'll ever learn as a rider, and it can make the difference between a close call and a crash. 8. Not checking tire pressure. Your tires are literally the only thing keeping you in contact with the road, yet many new riders forget to check them. Riding with underinflated tires affects handling, increases wear, and makes blowouts more likely. Overinflated tires reduce your grip and can feel twitchy, especially in corners. It takes less than a minute to check your tire pressure using a gauge, and you should do it at least once a week or before any long ride. Always follow the PSI recommended in your owner's manual or the sticker on your swing arm. Riding with properly inflated tires means better traction, smoother handling, and safer riding. It's a small habit that makes a huge difference. 9. Ignoring chain maintenance. Your motorcycle chain might not seem exciting, but if you ignore it, you're asking for trouble. A dry or rusty chain can wear out your sprockets, reduce power delivery, or even snap mid-ride, none of which are fun. Keep your chain clean, lubricated, and properly tensioned. Most manufacturers recommend checking it every 300 to 500 miles or after a rain ride. Lube it while the chain is warm and wipe off excess grease to avoid fling. Don't forget to check chain slack. It should have a little bit of play, but not too much. A healthy chain keeps your ride smooth, efficient, and safe. Neglecting it is like skipping an oil change. It'll catch up to you eventually. 10. Riding in the middle of the lane. Many new riders instinctively position themselves in the center of their lane. While that seems logical, it's often the dirtiest part of the road, where oil, coolant, and other fluids drip from cars. In wet conditions, it's especially slick. Instead, ride in the left or right third of your lane, depending on visibility and traffic. This gives you a cleaner, more grippy surface and also helps you stay visible in car mirrors. Your position on the road isn't just about staying centered, it's about maximizing traction and minimizing danger. Learning smart lane positioning is one of the easiest ways to boost your safety instantly. 11. Looking down, not ahead. One of the most common habits among new riders is looking down, especially when nervous, in traffic, or approaching a turn. It's natural to focus on what's right in front of your front tire, but that habit can seriously mess with your balance and steering. On a motorcycle, you go where you look, so if you're staring at a pothole or the edge of the road, you're more likely to hit it. The key is to train your eyes to look ahead, not down. Focus through turns, look toward your exit path, and scan far enough ahead to anticipate what's coming. This helps your brain plan smoother inputs, and your body and bike will naturally follow your gaze. Keeping your eyes up also improves stability, reaction time, and overall control. It may feel weird at first, but the more you do it, the more fluid and confident your riding becomes. Always look where you want to go and trust your bike to get you there.
12. Riding beyond your skill level. It's easy to get caught up in the thrill of motorcycling, twisting the throttle, keeping up with faster friends, or tackling curves harder than you're ready for. But pushing beyond your current skill level is one of the fastest ways to get into serious trouble. Just because your bike can do 140 miles per hour doesn't mean you should, especially if you're still learning how to control it at 40. When you ride above your limits, your reaction time drops, your technique gets sloppy, and the chances of panic or error skyrocket. There's no shame in riding at your own pace. It's actually the smartest thing you can do. Skills come with experience, not speed. Don't compare yourself to riders who've been at it for years. Focus on riding smooth, staying in control, and building confidence one ride at a time. Progress is the goal, not proving anything. The road will always be there, so take your time mastering it.
13. Not knowing your bike's controls. One of the most overlooked but critical beginner mistakes is hopping on a bike without fully knowing how everything works. Sure, throttle, clutch, and brakes are the basics. But what about the high beam switch, the kill switch, the horn, the fuel valve if your bike has one, or even the turn signal cancel button? In a high-stress moment, you don't want to be fumbling or looking down to find something. That hesitation can cost you precious time, or even cause an accident. Before you ride, sit on your bike, engine off, and rehearse using every control with your eyes closed. Know where each switch and lever is by feel. Practice canceling signals, toggling the lights, and using the kill switch. This might seem like a small thing, but it builds muscle memory and gives you total control during unexpected moments. The more instinctive your control use becomes, the more confident and safe you'll feel on every ride. 14th, poor cornering technique. Cornering is where the real thrill of motorcycling lives, but it's also where many new riders make dangerous mistakes. Taking a corner too fast, braking while leaned over, or stiffening up mid-turn can easily lead to a slide, a low side, or even running off the road. The key is to approach every corner with preparation and control. Slow down before the turn, not during it. Look through the corner, not directly in front of your bike. Lean your body naturally with the motorcycle and apply smooth, steady throttle on the way out to maintain balance and traction. Avoid grabbing the front brake in the middle of the curve. It'll unsettle the bike and can cause a front wheel washout. If a corner feels too tight, trust your machine. Modern bikes are incredibly capable. With time, practice in safe areas like empty parking lots or low traffic roads, and your cornering will become fluid, predictable, and fun. Confidence in turns is a game changer for any rider. 15th, not practicing emergency maneuvers. Watching riding tutorials online is great, but when it comes to life or death moments, muscle memory matters more than theory. If a car pulls out unexpectedly or an animal darts into the road, will you instinctively know how to stop or swerve without panicking? Many new riders don't actually practice emergency braking or evasive maneuvers, and that leaves them vulnerable when split-second decisions are needed. You need to train your body to react automatically. Head to an empty parking lot, set up cones or markers, and rehearse quick stops using both brakes. Practice controlled swerves, tight U-turns, and obstacle avoidance. Don't wait for a real emergency to test your reflexes. Build those instincts in advance. The goal is to make emergency responses second nature, not a last-minute guess. These skills can literally save your life and turn what could have been a crash into a confident, controlled escape. 16. Riding fatigued or distracted. Riding a motorcycle isn't something you can do on autopilot. It demands your full mental focus every single second. If you're tired, emotionally drained, stressed, or distracted, you're putting yourself at serious risk. Unlike a car, a motorcycle doesn't give you a safety net. There's no room for zoning out or second-guessing. Fatigue slows your reaction time, reduces coordination, and clouds your judgment. Distractions, whether it's a stressful day, checking your phone, or thinking about something else, can pull your attention away just long enough for a hazard to catch you off guard. And on a motorcycle, a split second is all it takes. If you're not mentally and physically alert, it's better to delay the ride. Take a break, hydrate, breathe, and reset. Riding tired or distracted isn't brave. It's dangerous. You owe it to yourself, your passengers, and everyone else on the road to be fully present every time you twist the throttle. 17. Forgetting the pre-ride check. One of the smartest habits any rider can build is doing a quick pre-ride check before hopping on the bike. It might seem unnecessary, but skipping it can lead to serious problems on the road. Use the T-Clocks method as a simple checklist. Tires, controls, lights, oil, chassis, and stands. Start by checking your tire pressure and tread. Worn or underinflated tires are a major safety risk. Test your levers and throttle for smooth operation. Make sure your brake lights, turn signals, and headlights are all working. Check your oil level and look for any visible leaks. Inspect the chassis for loose bolts or anything out of place. And don't forget to make sure your kickstand is stable and springs back properly. This whole process takes just a few minutes, but it can prevent breakdowns, accidents, and costly repairs. A pre-ride check gives you peace of mind and ensures your motorcycle is ready to perform. 18. Not using ear protection. This is one of those things most new riders don't think about, but wind noise at highway speeds can be incredibly loud, often exceeding 90 decibels. That's enough to cause permanent hearing damage over time, even if you're wearing a full-face helmet. Unlike engine noise, which riders tend to notice, wind noise is constant, high frequency, and fatiguing, and you won't feel the effect right away. It creeps up on you, leading to tinnitus or gradual hearing loss. The solution is simple. Wear ear protection. Foam earplugs are cheap, easy to find, and surprisingly effective. You can also invest in motorcycle-specific plugs that reduce wind frequencies while still allowing you to hear important sounds like traffic, sirens, or even conversations at stops. Protecting your hearing isn't just about comfort, it's about long-term health. If you plan on riding for years to come, make earplugs part of your gear checklist. Once your hearing is gone, you can't get it back. 19. Overloading your bike. When you're heading out for a long ride or a weekend trip, it's tempting to load up your motorcycle with everything you think you might need. But too much weight, or poorly distributed weight, can completely throw off your bike's balance and stability. Overloading affects how your bike handles in corners, at stops, and during quick maneuvers. It puts extra stress on your suspension, tires, and brakes. Always check your owner's manual for the maximum weight capacity, including rider, passenger, and cargo. When packing, keep heavier items low and centered, ideally in saddlebags or panniers, and avoid stacking weight high on the rear or in a backpack that shifts as you move. Even small shifts in balance can have big effects when you're on two wheels. The goal is a smooth, predictable ride, not a wobbly, overloaded mess. Ride light, pack smart, and respect your bike's limits. 20. Not adopting a long-term learning mindset. One of the biggest mistakes a new rider can make is believing that once they've mastered the basics, like balance, shifting, and braking, they've learned all there is to know. But motorcycling isn't something you just complete. It's a continuous learning process that evolves with every ride. Road conditions change, traffic habits shift, your bike wears differently over time, and your reactions can always be sharpened. The best riders out there, no matter how experienced, never stop learning. They take advanced rider training, analyze their mistakes, learn from near misses, and stay curious about better ways to ride. Your skills should grow with your miles, not stagnate. A long-term learning mindset doesn't just make you a better rider, it keeps you alive, helps you enjoy your rides more, and builds true confidence. Riding isn't a destination, it's a lifelong journey. The more you learn, the further and safer you'll go. If you made it through all 20 points, you're already ahead of most new riders. Every one of these mistakes is common, but now you know how to avoid them. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more riding tips, and drop a comment below. What's one mistake you made when starting out? Or which tip are you taking to heart today? Remember, ride safe, ride smart, and I'll see you in the next one.